everyone, welcome to day 5 of our Yin Yoga challenge. I'm excited to share this one with you today. This is Yin Yoga using the wall. So we are going to bring together everything that we have learnt so far, the softening, the surrendering, the belly breath, the yin-yang balance, the ability to let go and find stillness and silence. And we're going to use all of that in postures that use the wall as our main prop. As always, you can make do with or without props, but I do recommend having a blanket for one of the postures today. Okay, yogis, so I want you to fold your blanket just as I have done. The more thick the blanket is, the more effect you're going to feel on your back. Place it just a little bit of a distance away from the wall because we want this to sit into the middle of the back. So we're going to sit very close to the wall, and then gracefully we're going to rotate and take the legs up the wall. You can shuffle a little closer, and you just want to adjust your blanket so that it's sitting just through the middle of the back. And you can take your arms, either just relax them to the sides if this is giving you enough sensation. Take them out into cactus arms. What I really like to do here is take them straight up above, and that will open the chest and reverse any long periods of sitting that we've been doing. So you can just slightly part your feet. It's nice to have the ankles just kind of stacked over the hip socket, so the legs, as we relax, just kind of drop down into the hip sockets. You can absolutely bend your knees if this is very strong for your body. This is an incredibly therapeutic and calming posture for the nervous system. So if we've been in any kind of stress lately, this is a really nice posture, even if you've only got 5 minutes to bring into your routine. So closing your eyes, softening your shoulders, breathing in and out through the nose. Softening your face, jaw, throat. Softening the legs as much as you can, playing around with that yin-yang balance. And just spending the next few moments really arriving. Seek out, notice the feeling of your own body. Just sit with that for a while, just the feeling of your own body, until it gets louder and louder and more obvious to you. Scanning around, feeling each and every part, and sinking deeper, feeling into the tissues, the muscles. Be very curious as your awareness, your attention lands or rests more and more with the feeling of your own body. Is there anywhere that you could soften and relax just a little bit more than you have? Remember, the more you let go in these postures, the deeper the effects on the nervous system, on the deep tissues of the body, the deeper the restorative effects, and the deeper the stretch. So the more you let go, the better. Last few breaths here. So just taking your feet down to the wall for a moment. Just take your knees out to the side and just take a rest for a moment here. Not so much a stretch, not a very strong stretch for most of us, but just taking a moment's rest from the elevation of the legs. Okay, so I want you to take your feet out wide now. We're going to take a stretch through the insides of the legs. Now at this point, please do feel free to take the blanket away if it's feeling too strong for the back, or if your upper arms have had enough, just take your hands down to rest onto your belly instead. So always listening to your body, always responding, nurturing, giving it what it needs in this practice. You ignore your body enough during the course of the day. Do not ignore your body in this special time that you have carved out for yourself. This time that you've carved out to nurture yourself. With each breath, the body softens a little, our effort softens a little. Breathing is steady, belly is rising and falling. As we practice our effortlessness. When you're giving a lot, when you're expecting a lot from yourself, you have to feed in a lot too. So remember, yin and yang complement each other beautifully. So when you give yourself more yin time to rest, to be still, to nourish, when you do go back out to do that yang stuff, you have more clarity, you have more energy, you're calmer, you're more present, you just have more to give. Taking the feet back into center and just taking yourself a little bit further back now, removing the blanket and taking your feet to the wall so that there's a bend in the legs, taking your right foot to your left knee. So returning to thread the needle pose. We have done this one already, and now we're trying it in a different way. Now you can shuffle closer to the wall to get more stretch, and you can back away to get less. If your lower back is very much up and off of the floor, you may have gone a little bit too far. You may just need to back away slightly. So same again, your arms could be up above you this whole time, just getting that lovely opening through the chest. or maybe you prefer to connect with your breath and bring your hands to your belly. I'm going to leave you some space and silence here just to practice everything that we've been learning, the presence with the body, the belly breath, and the never-ending practice of softening on all levels. So taking the foot back to the wall, stretch your legs up the wall for a moment. And just breathe. Let the stillness wash over you. And now it's the right foot. Nope. And now it's the left foot that comes up onto the knee. So adjust your arms to the position that feels right for your body. Go closer to the wall or further away to adjust your depth. And just breathe here. There's a saying in Yin to soften and surrender as much as you can, and then soften some more. So just keep letting it deepen. Go deeper and deeper into this effortlessness, this stillness. Release your trying, release your doing. And give yourself this rest. We forget that we need to rest internally just as much as we need to rest our bodies. Taking your foot back to the wall. Maybe you want to rock your knees from side to side a few times, or you want to stretch your legs up. And we're going to shuffle closer again to the wall. Leave a little bit of a gap, 2 or 3 inches gap between sitting bones and the wall. Take your feet as far down as they will go, so the heels come to the backs of the thighs, and walk your feet down to the right hand side to experience a supported twist using the wall. Now again, if you was to shuffle a little bit closer, you're going to feel the effect of the wall on those legs, and it's going to bring the knees closer in towards the chest. So you can sit up for a moment, you can get a little bit closer if you want to. So looking over the opposite shoulder and releasing into the twist. A lot of people come to Yin and just don't quite understand what to do in the space and the time and the postures, but for me, this space and time has always been practice time. It's that little bit of time that I give myself to practice the opposite of everything that I do during the day. To practice letting thoughts fall away from me. To practice letting go of my gripping or my controlling. So just with each breath out, your breath is the central anchor to this practice, and each time you breathe out, there's that opportunity to let go, and that is the practice. It is that simple, but it certainly is ongoing. It certainly does deepen over the years. So walk those feet to the middle, and then walk them down to the other side, bearing in mind you might want to go closer or back away from the wall for the other side, because sometimes each side of the body is a little different. So softening in, give your body over to the floor. Let the wall hold your legs in place so you can totally let go through the thighs and hips, and that really allows a deep release through the spine. Reaching all those deep tissues throughout the spine that support us all day long. The more we breathe out, the more we let go. Walking those feet back into center and just scooching away from the wall. Lower to the side for a moment and just lay on your side. Don't rush up for a moment. Press into your palm, come up to a seated position. Your affirmation for the day, yogis, is I make time for rest and silence. So, that can mean yoga sessions, but that can mean like 10, 20 seconds whilst the kettle boils. So I make time for rest and silence. There's always moments during your day to soften your body, to breathe down into your belly, to let a thought process fall away from you. So I make time for rest and silence. So guys, as you know, there's plenty of full-length practices on the channel for you to dive into. Yin Yoga practices, I've got Yin Yoga practices with affirmations for each posture, and full-length affirmation videos for you to listen to as you're sleeping or as you're going about your day. So if affirmations are your thing, you're covered there, and if Yin is your thing, you're covered there too. So come join us in the Facebook group. Let us know how you're getting on. I'd love to know what practice so far has been your absolute favourite. Let me know in the comments below, and hit the like button if you have enjoyed this practice today.